Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News, and we may have trouble in paradise. Gonna hear what Reality Steve has to say about which couples that were together at the finale are no longer together. There's no definites here, but it's not looking good. We're not getting any post-show posting. In fact, the only people that have posted post-show, Avon and Kylie, were cursed with very quickly, within 24 hours, changing their minds after Kylie announced that there were multiple infidelities by Avon, to which he quickly confirmed and apologized himself. We heard over the weekend that Katie Thurston is no longer with the winner of her show, F-Boy Island. That finale aired on Friday. She chose Vince. They split $50,000 each. And then by Sunday night, she had mentioned that they were no longer. So a very messy weekend for Bachelor alumni. We're going to get into this right now. Do me a solid. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals, patreon.com/Dave Neal. I'll be live at the 10 a.m. hour this morning. And also don't forget Bachelor Rush Hour, the hit podcast every morning and every afternoon. Before I get into what Reality Steve had to say, I did want to mention the toy drive. That's right. We have a toy drive today at 7:30 p.m. East Coast, 4:30 Pacific. And how that works is I've got all of the single moms that we're giving gifts to this Christmas season. I'm going to go live with you guys, and my only ask is that if you attend the live stream, that you just give a gift. They can be $5, $2, $7. They don't have to be expensive gifts. There's plenty of gifts on all of the different links that I'm going to be sharing, and it'll just make you feel good. It'll feel good. So I know we give to the Salvation Army and other places during the Christmas season, but if you could just consider giving to a family within our community, that would be a great way that we can help see the change that we hope for out there. Okay, well, like I said, we've got Aaron, we've got Eliza, we've got Kat Izzo, and we've got John Henry. These were the final couples: John and Kat, Eliza and Aaron. Avon and Kylie left not engaged, and now they are not together. They are single. So let's just listen to what Reality Steve had to say following the wild weekend in Bachelor Nation.
The other two that people are asking about are obviously Aaron and Eliza. And at the end of the show on Thursday night, on the screen, it said they had hit a speed bump in their relationship and they were working on things. Well, we are now here on Monday, and neither Aaron or Eliza, a couple that got engaged on Bachelor in Paradise, which filmed back in June, and had to sit on this for 5 months, neither of them have posted anything to show they are together. It's really hard to believe that they're together. I've heard that, before Thursday night when it said they've hit a speed bump in their relationship, I had heard that they were having problems. And the fact that neither of them, look, put it this way. If Aaron and Eliza were going really good right now and they were still happy and they were still engaged, when the finale aired on Thursday night, after 5 months of having to keep it secret, don't you think the first thing you would have done is run to the internet and run to your Instagram page to update everybody on, hey, we're good?
Yeah, so here's the deal, right? This is kind of how it works out. One of the only reasons you go on the dang show is to get some sort of following afterwards. So in most cases, you're just waiting for the moment that you can share with the world your fun reels. And if we saw Christina Mandrell and Braden Bowers, that's exactly what they did, right? They showed all of the stuff they've been up to and had to keep quiet for the last several months. Any happy couple would want to do that. Now you could say, well, maybe there's a strategy that they didn't want to share anything public to draw attention to them not sharing, and then they're going to reveal it. It'll gain traction. There's a lot of moving parts for that.
Here is us together. Here is us doing this. Here is us doing that. Here were pictures we took together in the last 5 months while we've had to keep it quiet. Right. They didn't do any of that. So I'd be stunned if these two are still together. It just doesn't make any sense. You would let people know you're together if you were together. So I don't see that happening. We saw other couples. We saw Braden and Christina. All they've done is post all weekend together.
True, very true.
And they weren't even a couple from the show. The other one, which has people scratching their head, is Kat and John Henry. Because seemingly, if I remember correctly, didn't both of them post something? I don't know if it was on their feed or if I don't know if it was on their Instagram story, but both of them posted pictures which kind of chronicled them being together in the last 5 months, like having to keep it secret, but she's out in Virginia and they took pictures like on a hike and stuff like that. But then those disappeared and neither of them, again, have posted anything since then. So
yeah, so the idea with Kat and John Henry, some people have theorized that Kat was getting so much heat and John Henry was getting so much hate because a lot of people that watched the season didn't like Kat, which would be super sad. It'd be it would be such a terrible thing if the reason why their relationship didn't work out was because of the internet's hate, or maybe it is working out, but any public post generated so much hate. I don't know. I personally think you could post publicly and turn your comments off if you don't want to deal with the hate. Because, it's true. Like, people were in the comments were saying, oh, they're getting death threats, which, again, I think is ridiculous. I don't think people are actually getting death threats, but pretty toxic stuff regardless.
Your guess is as good as mine on Kat and John Henry. I hadn't heard they were broken up, but they haven't really solidified anything on social media since the finale aired, unless I've missed something. But I've seen both. I think I follow both of them on Instagram, and outside of like the next day, they both posted stuff, but then it was taken down. One of them deleted it, if not both. So, look, we know how couples are on this show, especially couples that want to let us know they're together. They will post their pictures, and they will post them often. Kat and John Henry have literally been engaged since June. The finale was on Thursday, and yet, again, here we are on Monday, and outside of a couple pictures that went up, but then were deleted, they've posted nothing to let anybody know what's going on with them. I think Kat posted some pictures on FaceTimes with her girlfriends. John Henry has posted stuff that didn't involve Kat, so your guess, again, is as good as mine. Aaron and Eliza, I'm 99.9% sure are done. Kat and John Henry, I don't know if they're done, but they're not really giving people a lot of hope. You could be like, well, maybe they're trying to be more private about their relationship. Really? Kat Izzo, you honestly think she wants to be quiet if she's in a relationship after the edit that she got this season and how she came across to a lot of people? I can't imagine that's the case. But it could be the reverse psychology. Maybe she is so upset by the way everybody hates on anything she does, and anytime she posts something, people are going to have their negative comments, that she's just like, fuck it, I'm not even going to post with John Henry. Why? So people can shit on us? I guess that's a possibility. I don't know. Maybe that's why they deleted it. But they have posted very little since Thursday, and you're an engaged couple, and you have been since June. I mean, you would think the first chance you could get, you'd tell everybody and scream from the mountaintops, hey, look at us. Look at us together.
All right, and that's where it is. What else is there to say about it? So we don't know where they stand, although, like I said, it would be hilarious if they're just perfectly happy letting the internet question them and this and that, but that doesn't transition to followers, and that's such a valuable part of the game, is coming off the show with some heat, going on podcasts. We'll have to see. We're going to know this week. I mean, if we don't get a Bachelor Happy Hour or an Off the Vine or some different podcast, we're going to know exactly where they stand, but that's too bad. We were hoping that Kat's, sort of villain edit, which of course she held a part in, but we were hoping that was going to be resolved by the end with a relationship that worked out. And again, we heard in voiceovers, John Henry saying, oh, in my gut, I'm not sure if I want to propose, which doesn't mean much to me because they obviously edit the hell out of these things. But there they are, folks. The couples that are technically still engaged as far as we know, but not looking too good. But that's okay. They're young. They can pivot and they can find love. And don't forget, if you want to join us today, it means a lot if you do. The toy drive's at 7:30 p.m. East Coast, 4:30 p.m. Pacific. We'll have the voicemail lineup. Maybe we'll have a couple of Bachelor alumni call in, and we'll just hang out for a little bit while we help some good people. Hey, not a bad option for a Monday. We'll be back with more content right after this.